Let's Talk Money.
Welcome back. You're with us on Let's Talk Money. And this week we are talking about how you can be smart when it comes to your summer holiday planning. Should have planned well in advance, but even if you haven't, then some tips and some hacks to help you with those trips. Well, let's talk about insurance, because travel insurance is becoming an increasingly important part of your overall travel plan. So, Sanjiv, first, what are the ground rules? I mean, typically, what do policies cover? What is the kind of cover that one should take? I mean, if I'm going to, be spending 3 lakh rupees on a foreign trip, how much or how big should my travel insurance be?
Yeah, so don't let the travel insurance be an afterthought or something that your agent bought or your ticket, you just bought it without looking at it. Because see, travel insurance hopefully will not be required, but if it's required, it can be huge. Because Europe and US especially is very, very expensive. I have seen people getting into small accidents, spending $50,000 to $100,000 in US, and then their travel insurance doesn't cover that properly. And I said, why did you buy this plan? Oh, sorry, we just didn't look at it. It came with our visa. So don't do that. Spend some time. Travel insurance is generally very cheap. It will cost you anything between 500 to maybe 2,500 rupees. If you are a frequent traveler, then choose annual multi-trip policies, which are much better. Also, if you feel that you have other risks like baggage loss or other stuff, you can choose a policy which gives you that option. But one thing I like to say is that talk to a person who understands it. These are very cheap policies. So, good travel insurance for probably 2 weeks will not cost you more than 2,000 rupees. So it's very cheap, but buy a good policy for you and your family. And you can also buy, but buy it for everyone. And it is a must for every trip.
Oh, absolutely. I take your point. And 2,000 rupees is hardly any cost to pay for your absolute peace of mind when you're on vacation. We have a viewer with a question on this, actually. Gail is joining in. And I think Gail's question is on travel insurance. So Gail, hi. Welcome to the show. Tell us, what's your query?
Hi, I'm Gail. I've booked my tickets for a 3-week vacation to Europe in June. I'm unsure about what kind of quantum of insurance I should be taking, since I'm going to be undertaking activities like bungee jumping and all of that. So should I just take a normal travel insurance, or is there something else that would be better for me?
All right, Gail, thanks very much. And, hope you have a great trip. So, Sanjiv, here's the thing, right? A lot of youngsters want to live the whole zindagi na milegi dobara type of an experience. So, for such people seeking thrill and adventure, I mean, do usual policies cover it? Do you have to get any add-on coverage? Actually, what all does a typical travel policy cover?
Yeah, see, typical travel policy will cover just normal accidents or you getting sick or catching something. So if you want to do adventure sports, you need to buy an add-on. And there are very few companies which offer travel insurance with adventure sports add-on. So since you're going for an adventure sports, please make sure you buy a travel insurance with adventure sports included. This is very important. Otherwise, if you get hurt while skydiving or doing anything else, then it won't be covered. But also you can look at if you by chance end up going there, then most of the providers, at least in Europe, will offer you a temporary insurance, but that will be very expensive. So you'll end up paying what you would pay for the whole travel insurance there just for covering that event. But it's important to have a travel insurance with adventure sports covered.
Got it. All right. So travel insurance, extremely important. Now coming to the subject of Forex. Sabina, I think you must have just heard Sanjiv, I think, is absolutely in favor of Forex cards or some format of travel cards and not simply swiping your credit card every time you're traveling overseas. What's your own experience like, and what format of Forex are you comfortable with?
See, it's a combination of a card and some cash that you need to pay, because a small cash always is a must for you to carry, because there's certain people or somewhere that where you reach where a card may not be acceptable or doesn't work. So it can happen to anyone, anywhere, because of connectivity issue or maybe XYZ reasons. But at least a 20 to 30% of the cash that you're wanting to carry along with you should be in terms of cash when you're traveling internationally to cover any exigency. The rest could be a Forex card, which you usually all All our cards are international now, but they carry a surcharge along with it on charge. So make sure that you've checked with your service provider on the charges. If not, right now Forex cards, the loaded cards are there, whatever amount that you want, and they come at a very low interest and a very low charges of any spend that you may do. So I prefer a mix of a cash and just share experience, because sometimes you just need to take out some cash somewhere, and especially a cab driver, if his machine is not working or not booked an Uber, and you just hail the local taxi. So it's always that you should take a mix of cash and of that particular country that you're visiting, and I would say 70% should be loaded in a Forex card. That is the ultimate. So I'd like to add more on the if I talk to you about the travel insurance part. I see we have seen a 9 to 10% increase of travel insurance purchase over last year. And what the trend has been that it has been more comprehensive than the basic one. So, and people realize that, the comprehensive, because of, the health emergency, because of, unpredictable weather, the geopolitical, you've seen the uncertainties which are there in the market. And I think more education also and consciousness of that insurance really matters to a person. So this is something that I would, again, Sanjiv has mentioned this is a must. Do not leave without it. And I would prefer that you cover, I can just talk on a personal experience. I fell sick in US. It can happen to anyone. And because I had a comprehensive insurance, I didn't have the tension, or I didn't have the mental, not only are you not feeling well, but you have the, it can cost the earth, a medical emergency.
Yeah.
It can cost the earth. So I would not suggest a basic one. I would suggest a comprehensive one for everyone, which covers, package loss also. And it's, today you may want to cancel a flight, health emergency, unforeseen travel disruption, your flight may get canceled. Please take a comprehensive travel insurance. It's extremely important for you to do that.
Got it, absolutely. We are hearing you and Sanjiv loud and clear. Very, very helpful thoughts on this subject. Sanjiv, very quickly, we just have about a minute now. Quick recap on the checklist and the important do's and the don'ts when planning a trip.
Yeah, so quickly I'll say, look, on the last minute travel, I couldn't cover that. There are some amazing websites out there which give you last minute deals. And, the kind of deals I see, I am also excited, that I should take them. Also, I prefer over Forex cards, credit cards, because you earn points on what you spend. But when you choose a card well. Just don't take a default card, because the bank will sell you the most expensive card. Get a card which doesn't charge you more than 1.5% surcharge on foreign travel, gives you lounge access so you can have a luxurious travel on your way. So those are the things that you need to keep in mind. And also, when you choose your mutual fund, also look at the exit loads. It is important when I'm planning for 1 year, I need to choose a mutual fund with minimal or no exit load. So that is an important thing for me to keep in mind.
All right. Thank you very much, Sanjiv and Sabina. Very, very helpful advice there coming in, which will hopefully help us plan smarter trips and ones where even disruptions, if at all they happen, they'll be completely taken care of. Thanks very much for joining in, and thank you, viewers, for your questions. With that, we wrap up this edition of Let's Talk Money. Happy holidays to you.
Let's Talk Money